Oh,
There
yes.
we are.
Well, we're back on.
And I don't think anyone's there yet, though.
No.
We
Oh.
have to wait a minute till
You know
everyone
what?
joins
You know
us.
what I love the most? Look at that, the fireplace behind us. Isn't that
Yeah.
beautiful?
It really is.
I love that, and it's
Okay.
and also I love the sign. But you know what? It's like you can read it backwards. I don't know if you can read it backwards.
Who's here first?
Randy Osmond just got on. Randy.
Yes.
Hey, Randy. And Joanne.
Hi, Randy.
Joan.
Randy Osmond, are you a cousin?
Yeah.
I wonder if Randy.
Wait a minute. Is that Randy? Randy?
I think you have but is he a tennis?
Oh, no, that's Randy Tinas. That's
Yeah,
right.
Randy Osmond.
Write to us.
And we have Denise, Janet.
Oh, look at that.
We have
Lisa.
Anna Maria, Lisa, Cindy, Francis, Jocelyn,
Hello, everybody.
Shelley.
Oh my goodness! Hi.
Hi, everybody. Beth.
Isn't that wonderful?
We'll just kind of wait a minute till everyone kind of joins. I feel like we just opened the front door and they're just they're coming in
Yeah.
like single file.
Yeah.
Have a seat, everybody.
You know what? It definitely feels like that.
Yeah.
I think we've had a lot of, we've been reading your comments, and a lot of people are saying how much at home they feel with your, with this Osmond Connection. It's like you say, we have a little weekly meeting. We all get together in our home, or
So everyone's still coming in. We have a fire going to keep everybody warm. So have a seat. And we just missed you from last week. Some of you haven't been here for a few weeks, so we missed you too. And I even made treats for everybody. So
She makes the best treats. In fact, I got to talk to you about that.
What?
When you make treats like that, it's really, really difficult.
I don't make treats a lot.
But when you do, it's amazing. She made these pumpkin cookies. Oh.
Have you guys had those pumpkin chocolate chip cookies? Those are so good. We made those. So every other week,
It's amazing.
when we teach Sunday school to the teenagers, I make some kind of treat.
Yeah.
And it just happens to fall on Fast Sunday. Like today is Fast Sunday, the first Sunday of every month. What we do is everyone will fast, whoever wants to, and you will, give up your breakfast and lunch, and then that money that you would spend to buy those meals, you donate that money, and they try to help people who don't have food and who are needy. But at the same time, you have a spiritual element of that, where you're maybe praying for someone who is sick, or for help to overcome something, or a habit, or just anything. And there's so much power in fasting.
Oh,
so I can't make my treats on that Sunday, but 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be making treats again.
Our kids, or in Sunday school, our kids are
What
just
a bunch of good kids.
they're
Amazing
wonderful.
kids.
Amazing.
We just have the best time in there with
And
them.
that's why, like, my ideas, like it used to be, just family was just like your son or daughter and your uncle, or that's family. But family, boy,
It's big.
I look at family now with
We
a
look at
whole
you as
different.
family, all of you.
We do.
So,
I do. And
welcome to the family.
welcome to the family.
Anyway, I think we have a lot of people here. Thank you for joining us. This fire is actually getting kind of warm. But
She can build a fire like amazing.
and you can build a good fire too.
I'm not bad, but you're amazing.
Do you remember that winter we lived in Midway, and our heater went out, and it was so cold, and Jay would have to go outside, get the firewood that wasn't covered, and he'd have to knock the ice off the firewood. He'd put
In
it
my robe.
in his robe in the middle of the night, and he would somehow get that firewood to light, and it was wet, and it was cold, and full of ice, and he would start the best fires. I don't know how you did it.
And well, you know what was amazing, because those were some people would consider that though hard times, because the house, the furnace was broken.
We were on a fixer-upper.
We had
Homes
this,
under the hammer.
We had homes under the hammer, and we had this major money pit house. Okay, it was in Midway.
And we knew it was rough when we bought it.
Yeah, but it turned out, now that's probably one of our many happy memories, because it's just it's like in Ashton, when we lived in Ashton, Idaho, that little kind of little small place.
But the one in Midway looks amazing now.
Oh, they have fixed it.
The girl that bought it from us, she stuck with it, and her and her dad, they fixed it up.
Major
Anyway,
fix up.
so we're kind of like off this. We haven't even started our script yet. We wanted to thank you first for all the pictures of your pets.
Oh
my gosh,
wow.
what personalities! These
And the-
pictures of their eyes just looking up at you, and we
That
just
one that
wanted
smiled,
to.
that dog that smiles.
Oh, so many smiling dogs.
Gosh.
And I just, all of you, thank you. That really lifted us. It brightened us. Just
Yeah.
all those cute little dogs and cats and hamsters and gerbils and cute little what were their names? I'm sorry, I'm speaking in fragments. I'm still having brain fog from COVID, so forgive me. I think it's lingering, and I'm just not on my
You're
game
doing
anymore.
so much better though, but I
I'm
have to admit,
having
you're
some
doing some
effects.
funny things.
I
mean,
am, because my
but-
brain's just not all here. And my hair's still falling out. So today, like my hair, I always like straighten my hair, and not that any of you care, and curl it. So I have like tons of natural curl. And so
It's amazing.
since it's falling out, I just thought, okay, I'm not gonna beat it up and I'm not gonna blow dry it and curl it. I'm just letting it do its thing.
Yeah.
We're hoping we can get it. It's kind of stopped falling out as much, but my hair's still falling out. So
You're, you know,
we're going to work on it. Dr. Mark's helping
And
me.
if you lose all your hair, sweetheart, you look great in wigs. I
You don't
swear.
know. I've never worn a wig.
Well, you look great in hats, so I can imagine. Anyway,
Anyway, Dr. Mark's working with me.
Dr.
on that.
Mark's working on
So
that.
he has some stuff he's sending me tomorrow, and we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works.
Uh-huh. And you know, when we were talking about pets, and Sandy wrote back, "We're all an extended family," and I
Yes.
love that term. Thank
We
you, Sandy.
are.
And that includes pets.
I think
I
so.
swear it does.
Yeah.
And it includes your pets. We have this dog named I mean,
You don't.
my
You
friends, our neighbors, are
Our-
wonderful
yeah,
neighbors.
We're actually staying in the guest
quarters.
of our next door neighbors that we're building right here at the end of
Next.
their driveway.
And they're the
And
sweetest
they were
people.
like, you guys, we have this guest quarters, just because our rental that we had, it ended, and we needed to find another rental.
Your fire's going.
Uh-oh, do you want to throw another
Yeah,
log on?
yeah.
Jay, this is Jay the lumberjack. He's gonna throw another log on our fire.
Hold on.
Throw another log on the fire.
Watch, this is what I'm good at.
Oh, you're good at everything.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Watch this take over.
Okay, don't shut it or.
Oh, yeah, fire, little air. Come on. Come on.
Jay,
I'm showing off.
are you showing off?
Yes.
You shoved that under it.
Yeah, hold on. Come on, babe. Come on, babe.
Lift up your log and shove it under there.
Dude, hold up.
There he goes.
Now the
He's
paper-
got the beard and now he's got the skills. Oh, it'll go.
Do you think it will?
I-
Well, let me try this one other thing. Just a second.
Okay. Anyway, so you guys love this? This is like seriously our like, oh, it's not gonna work. You put it on top.
Oh,
Put
gosh.
it under.
Yeah. I thought I was good at this.
I think
But
it's
you
been a
never
while.
know.
I think it's been a while since you've
It's
done
been
it.
a while.
Just don't catch your tie on fire. Can you
Okay.
imagine that? That would be not good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what were we talking about?
We're talking about pets being part of the family, and
yes, and
like
all of
you-
you being
and
extended family.
light my fire.
And we're building
Come
right
on,
here.
baby, light my Sorry.
So we're building right here.
Yeah.
And the dog Hadley, that is their
Hadley.
dog, not your dog.
Yeah.
Not your dog.
I think you better rescue that one.
I'll try.
I
So
thought
what
I
were you
could.
what were you gonna say about Hadley?
Oh, Hadley the dancing dog.
No, look, you did it.
Oh, look, there. As soon as I worry about it, it takes over.
It
Okay.
just-
Hadley the dancing dog dances for me, and then I give her treats. But it's the funniest thing. She prances like this, and she knows the treat's coming. So I says, "You have to dance." So she dances like this. Oh gosh. Anyway, they are just much as family members as people.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, they are.
And sometimes better because they just sit there.
Well, unconditional. God teaches
Yeah.
unconditional
They sit
love
there
through
and
pets.
They're the best listeners,
They
and they
are.
just love you no matter what.
That's
you know,
very,
they love
very
you
true.
no matter what. So thank you for all those pictures. We just appreciate you.
Leanne said, "Jay, you can do it." The fire. Thank you, Leanne.
Yes, he did it. I didn't even, when I just went over there, it just already was lit up. So you did a great job.
Oh, we need to come to your house and teach you how to light a fire.
No.
Yes, I know you do.
He did it. He did
Here,
a
I
good
thought it was
job.
so good, but it
You-
is now.
You are. It's the patience of like letting it catch.
The problem is I don't have patience. Sometimes I expect too much. Oh, you know.
It doesn't happen immediately.
No.
It's a little at a time.
Yeah.
And then one more thing we wanted to follow up was your gratitude journals. I know
Yes.
that we kind of challenged all of you last week
Mm-hmm.
to start a gratitude journal. It was the start of November. And if you didn't do that, we invite you to do it starting this week. So
Can I read you
every
something
day,
from that?
just put even one word or one thought in your gratitude journal. We've several times we've given our P.O. box, which is, if you want to write us a letter or something, we love your letters and we read every one of them.
Yes.
It's P.O. Box 1685, Afton, A-F as in Frank, T-O-N, Wyoming, 83110. But we've gotten some great
Oh, listen.
cards and just, these are going to be backwards, I'm sorry, but we just get the cutest cards and
And look at this one.
sweetest notes in
Look
them.
at this one. This is one.
Those are just a few.
Crazy horses. Look at the funniest. Okay, and
Jay wanted to read you
Oh.
a couple of the comments that are so sweet, and we just are appreciative.
well, from Betsy, who I just showed you the crazy horse, she says, "Thank you for all you do for us online. Your faith, love, humor, fitness, animal-loving selves are
about
always a part of my week. Keep loving each other and God." Oh,
so
Betsy,
sweet,
you said
yeah.
it so good. And listen to this one. This is from Linda I can never say this. Kozlowski. Kozlowski. That's amazing.
Kauskowski.
I think yeah, it's Russian. I think Russian.
And we're sorry.
You,
if we
you know,
slaughtered your
I'm
name,
learning Russian.
Linda.
I think they know this joke, and I'm going
I
to say
think
this
they
joke.
do too.
Yeah. I'm learning Russian. Garachki. Yeah, that's the key. Open the garage door. Garachki.
Okay.
Okay, they've heard that probably. Anyway, this is from Linda. Dear Jay and Karen, I just wanted to thank you so much for inspiring me to keep a journal. My journal is called the Osmond Connection.
Oh, wonderful.
It is my gratitude journal. I have journaled every theme-based episode right from the beginning. On the last days that I feel a little bit down and in a funk, I put my glasses on, open my journal, and view the day with a new vision through the pages of your guidance and wisdom. Isn't that so sweet? Gosh, I draw so much strength from watching LDS.org as I do with my own Catholic faith. We are all, isn't that nice? We
Yeah.
are all on this windy, bumpy road together called life's journey. People like you who spread kindness and smiles in this world are what life is all about, making it a beautiful ride. I keep both of you in my daily prayers. Much love, blessings to you both,
Oh, that's
Linda.
so sweet.
Oh, that was so,
Thank
but you ought to see the sweet stuff. I mean, look at this one. I mean, look at this one. This is from Doris Mueller. She says, "I appreciate you both setting up the Osmond and encouraging we give each other, and the encouragement, not just setting it, but she looks at it as encouragement we
Well, that's
give
with
each
Osmond
other.
Fit.
That's with Osmond Fit, yeah.
Those of you that don't know, we have a group inside Jay's Facebook called Osmond Fit. And it's just encouraging everyone to get to be their healthiest selves and
Yeah.
get their whole soul healthy.
Yeah.
We shared like what we did physically to lose our weight, which if you go on osmondfit.com, it has the product we used. Oh. And in that Osmond Fit group here in Facebook, there's several other methods, there's several other groups, people working together on what they're doing. But we're going to be putting up some videos on there. Jay's going to show you how he makes his shake in the morning. He makes it for both of us and for the meal replacement shakes.
Yes.
He's going to show you exactly how he does it, what he puts in there. He won't even let me touch it anymore. He's so good at it.
Because I got it down.
So anyone who's in the Osmond Fit group in Facebook, you're going to see some videos of Jay making some things with the Pure Trim.
With the Pure Trim formulas and the different things you can make out of Pure Trim. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just unbelievable.
And you get that at osmondfit.com.
Osmond Fit. Now, I talked to Dr. Mark, and he says, you know what? He says, I'd like to help those who really are seriously want to have a health goal, whether it's joint relief pain, an immune system problem, weight loss, or just breathing better, or whatever it is. He says he would like to know and have people sign up, do a sign
There's
up.
an app. So Jay and I are
Yeah,
on the
here's
app.
an app, yeah.
And it will tell you different times of the day what to do, right?
Well, but he also said this, you went out into the post office when he said this. I forgot to tell you this. I'm sorry. Right
no,
now I
no.
tell you. He says
Great.
he says if they'll tell us what their goal is
Uh-huh.
and when they want to achieve it, kind of a timeline.
Yeah.
Put their name on the line. Put their name in there, and how
In
we
that
can reach
app?
them in Osmond Fit. Just
okay.
put it in Osmond Fit, and then with a phone number or a email with an email, and Dr. Mark will help them reach their goals, along with
great.
me in encouraging them. So the doctor wants to work with us and them, and
He's such
this
a
is
nice
all
guy.
for free.
But he's just
I mean, this is like,
but he just wants to do it for you. He's a close friend of ours. And when we started doing this, it wasn't like Jay wasn't an ambassador, like nothing. We just
No.
wanted to help you. But
Yeah.
since then, he kind of got like, hey, I'm going to make you an ambassador so you can actually have the tools you need to help people.
his thing.
I don't want to go too
Well,
into this.
no,
but-
because we'll talk about it more on Osmond Fit, but his whole thing is to help. He finds such joy in helping others
Mm-hmm.
achieve their goals. And it could be, I want to lose 5 pounds. I want to breathe
Yeah.
more. I want to walk. Whatever it is. Joint pain's my big problem. I've got, I don't know if you
Jay's
know,
getting
that
arthritis in his
in my
drumming
hands.
Dang it.
Does that
but he can
hurt?
still hold his.
Then Mark's put me
Strips.
on this thing called Joint Tea, and it's actually working. It's
It's
soothing
not
it.
real tea.
No,
just-
it's not tea, but they call it tea. But it's joint tea. It's powder, and you put it in with your shake. And we'll talk more on that on Osmond Fit.
yeah.
But anyway,
Anyway,
I thought that
he-
was interesting.
He wants to, in fact, we have a special friend that he said, can you pick one special friend that I just want to help, because we're having this fan event that's coming with the musical. We're
Where
so
is it?
excited about the musical. We're not telling because I still can't secure. Finally,
They
the
haven't got-
production team
Oh.
has gotten a hold of the
Okay.
venue where we're having it, and they're finally in the final stages of getting that
When can
all
we let
secured.
them know?
Well, hopefully by next week. I know I keep telling you.
Okay, we'll
But
let
we
them know
want
next week.
all of you, this is going to be focused on you. It's going to be a red carpet event, but it's going to be, you're going to be the one on the red carpet. We want you all to come dressed up. The night is about you. It's not about Jay. It's not about it. The musical took a really interesting turn about a year ago. Jay kept feeling like something was missing. I don't know if you want to tell them about this or if you want me to.
Okay, hold on.
Jay,
I had to
Jay
fix
kept
the fire.
feeling like something was missing with the musical. And so about a year ago, there you are. About a year ago, he couldn't put his finger on it. He added this sweet Osmond friend who was following them around all over to their concerts, out in the crowd. She was sending letters. She had the posters on the
Yeah.
walls. I don't know how many of you can find that in common. See, I can't even think of my words. It's the dang
You're doing great.
brain fog.
No, but what you're saying though, there's
But
a
remember
character.
when you finally added that
The
character?
character in the.
All of a sudden, it all clicked.
Yes.
All of a sudden,
That-
because you said
it was
it's
a
about
representation.
them, but
It's really about
them.
the people who followed us. It
Yeah.
is about them. This
They're
musical is
part
not
of the
just.
story.
Yeah, it's not just about, hey, I want to tell you about my. And in fact, it's nothing.
Well, it wasn't just about Andy. It wasn't just
It's
about
about Andy,
you
about
know,
Elvis. It's about all these people.
Marge, who all of the assistants of Mother and
Judy.
your family, that you have now. You've named them all Judy because
I put
she's
them
just
into
such
one
a part of our
because
family.
Judy's part of our family,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
and it's now
But
one
you were
character.
you were missing that
Yes.
one element, and
Yes.
finally, it's like during this brainstorm session,
And it came to me.
it was the friend, it was the fan friend, who followed them forever, and then she grows older with the whole family, with the people around them that they're in Jay's story,
Yeah.
and she's such a part of the musical.
Oh gosh.
And
yes.
Jay, when you figured that out, and he wanted to represent all of you, and it just felt so good. It felt so right. So when we're doing this
Yeah.
event that's right before the, not going to tell you which show.
You almost gave it away.
Yeah, it's coinciding with that. We wanted to have a red carpet event for you guys. We
Yeah.
wanted you guys to know how special you are, to know what a part of.
Oh, none of this could have been without you. None of this. And so you are such a part of this play and the musical. And, it's interesting that the guy who plays me, Alex, we had a great talk with him. And by the way, Wednesday. Is that okay to say?
I don't know what you're supposed to say. I'm not
Wednesday we're having what do you call it? A Zoom. I think we're gonna.
Maybe you might record it. Maybe.
I'm gonna record it Wednesday for you.
Do you want to see Jay talking to Jay?
Do you want to
Would
see?
that be-
We're gonna do this. I don't know exactly when we're gonna record it Wednesday.
He just has some questions he wants to ask Jay about playing Jay the
Jay.
character, and anyway, Jay was just after we got off the phone with him, Jay was like, I want to record that.
Yes. Yes, and
To
so
share
we're
with
going to
all of
record
you.
it this Wednesday. We hope maybe it's live Wednesday. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works. But Jay's going to talk to Jay or Alex. Such a cool dude.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about things that are important in the play for me, like the guy who plays Father. Father is such an important figure in my life, and became. He was a tough, firm, loving man who loved my mother. And I want that to come across, and
He loved all of you.
and he loved all of us, and he loved you, and it's one of the things also why we love you all so much is that was instilled in us from the very beginning, especially through mother and the mom letters, the love we have for you, and I honestly believe this, that love continues, and I think that's why we all feel such a special bond together. Because of that love that you had for us and we had for you, and it welded way back, and our kids, they just love you, and I think that love continues to grow, and so anyway, I want that to come out in the play. Now you had an analogy about some things about the fire that was interesting, and
Well, we're not there yet.
but I want you to something's wrong with it.
Oh, it sure is.
Look at what did they do?
I don't think you did it. I think the wood was wet.
Oh no!
Yeah, but
Anyway,
what we were going to.
Am I jumping the gun?
I want you to tell them how our house is coming along.
Oh, when are we going to put those pictures out?
Well, as soon as the trusses go on.
We
hopefully.
have what the trusses are. That's the roof, you know. We're going to put those trusses on Monday, and it's snowing here in Wyoming. So good luck, crew out there, and putting the trusses out. But anyway, we will, as soon as we get the roof on, things will start going inside, and then we'll show you how the house is really developing. It's been a really eye-opening experience for me, because in my own strange way, you know how I look at construction like production. It starts with an idea and a design, and then you put it down on paper, and then you act it out. So you work it out. It's very similar to production, how a show develops, whether it's TV live or whatever. And I'm relating to all of this, and it's fascinating process.
You know what, Jay?
What, babe?
You know how we were talking before we started this
Yeah.
about Jay was starting the fire to start with. So I'm going to squirrel just a little bit.
Are you squirreling?
With your permission.
What,
So.
like I have any concern, you know.
So see, that kept dying out. The fire kept dying out. And
Yeah.
so I'm just blowing on it a tiny bit, and I'm opening the door up, and it's getting oxygen, see? And when you give it oxygen like this, the fire can just get big, and it can start burning.
You know,
the
fire can
wall.
get out of control too, you know that.
Can. And there's some good aspects of fire, like
Yeah.
it's keeping us warm.
Yeah.
But Jay and I always talk in analogies, and
Because that's how I think. I think in
Jay
analogies.
thinks in analogies. So when we were starting this fire, we were talking about, like, we know that all of you have people in your lives, and we never want to go negative here. So that's not what we're doing. But you have problems in your life. Or let's say you have people in your life who maybe they're like saying things that aren't true. Maybe maybe it's not even about you. Maybe they're people that just make things up.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it is making them up about you. Maybe they're,
Maybe.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody, all of you have that. And maybe people who have like contention, like every time you see them, and how, you know, it's just their thing. It's like they're bad, you know? And
If they thrive on fear, even, and
or
drama.
whatever, all these negative emotions.
Yeah.
We were starting this fire, and Jay had been talking about it on the way home from church. And because we had this lesson about truth and about telling the truth, about being honest when we were in church today.
Yeah.
So when we were starting this fire, I was telling Jay, I said, isn't it interesting that when you give it oxygen, it starts to burn and it just starts destructing that log.
Yeah.
And you know how some of the times when there are untruths, they say fighting fire with fire?
Yeah.
And, but really, the hard part about it sometimes, human nature is to fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
And really.
An eye for an eye, a tooth
Yeah.
for tooth. You know.
But really, like, the best way, if we're doing what we think is right, we're trying to be totally honest, we're praying, we think, we have God on our side, we're not trying to distract or hurt anyone else's day or week or life, and we have best intentions for everyone. You just kind of, watch this.
I love that analogy.
Watch this, because when
Can you see that? You see the fire? Okay.
yeah, when I put the door shut and the oxygen goes out of the chamber there, the fire starts to just die down.
Yeah.
And if you just have God on your side and be patient, and you
don't
take
feed the
oxygen out of
negative.
it, if you don't want your log destructed, when you fight fire with fire, you're destructing your log. Sometimes you have to just put that aside. Sometimes it's a distraction from like the adversary. He's
Yeah.
he gets the weakest person he can find, and he gets that person to just come after you because he wants to distract you.
Yeah, it's a lot. Lots of it.
Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors.
But if you have like a mission in your life or a purpose in your life that you've taken on, if you can push that aside, focus on what you're doing, always invite God into your day every day.
Absolutely. In fact, I love what you just said.
And do that, then it will suck off. Look at that. Our fire's
The fire's gone.
It's almost gone.
Yeah.
It's like, we just took the oxygen away from the fire, and
It's
gone.
There's a great thing. One of the public relations people in the church said when when the Osmonds were being hit really hard with the press, and he says, Jay, most things will self-correct. There are times though where you do have to choose your battles and choose them well. But remember, God is on your side. When you pray for help, He'll be with you. And I love that. And so, and by the way, if you hear anything negative about the play, I'm going to make sure my family comes off well. Every one of them is going to be great.
Can I kind of tell them something that we heard in church
Oh
today?
yeah. Oh yes. Oh
So
yes.
what we were talking about gospel truth, and we were talking about being honest and being true. And I wrote down what the instructor was saying, and if it's okay, I want to share it with you before we get to something else.
Yes.
God commands that we be honest in all things. When we lie, cheat, or steal, we are opening ourselves wide to Satan's influence, and we close ourselves to God's influence. If we want to have the Spirit to guide and comfort us, we must be honest with God, with ourselves, and with other people.
Oh, can you take a
love
picture of
that.
that? Can you what do you think? What do you
That's what it is. That's why I have
Will
it.
you send that to me? That's
I
beautiful.
took that from.
You sent me another one that I love, and I want to read that to you today too. It's from Gordon.
That one is about.
Gordon B. Hinckley.
Well, and we're kind of going. We don't ever want to be negative, but we know that we're all dealing with hard things. So we kind of dip down and kind of say, if this has happened to you, but then we try to say something positive, and we know that like a lot of you, because in your things that we leave out of your letters when we read to everybody are a lot of struggles and a lot of hardships, and sometimes those are from close friends or neighbors or family members or colleagues at work, and we think it's like that day is the end of all time, and it's all going to be written in stone that day, but there's always tomorrow and next week, and that's the thing about time. As far as God's concerned, it's not over today, it's not over tomorrow, and it's all going to be okay if we just be our best selves, and we just be honest, and we be kind, and we try to have God in our life every day.
Oh, so beautifully said. And this is a quote from one of our prophets, from Gordon B. Hinckley. He said, "It isn't as bad as you sometimes think it is. It all works out. Don't worry." I say that to myself every morning. It all works out in the end. Put your trust in God and move forward with faith and confidence in the future. The Lord will not forsake us. He will not forsake us. If we will put our trust in him, if we will pray to him, if we live worthily of his blessings, he will hear our prayers. Wow.
Isn't that great?
I love that.
That's wonderful.
And you know, in these
I love that.
in this wonderful family whose guest quarters that we're staying in, you know,
The Call family.
the Call family,
Yeah.
they have a saying in their door. I took a picture. I wanted to read it. It says, it's a big thing saying, think deeply, speak gently, love much, laugh a lot, work hard, give freely, trust God, and be kind.
Isn't that great?
Oh,
Don't you love that?
I
Yeah.
love that. It's amazing.
We should take a picture of that and share it with them. So we'll do that when we're
We'll
done.
share that with you. Yeah.
Anyway,
and
and we're sorry to those of you who this worked out better on Saturdays. Jay and I have been just so busy on Saturdays and working so hard on
Yeah.
Saturdays, and so we're doing Sundays right now. But we'll go back to Saturdays, and sometimes we might do a Sunday here and again. But
We're even thinking about going to YouTube, maybe.
yeah,
Maybe,
yeah,
huh?
because we want to do. If we went to YouTube, we wouldn't have all the trouble setting up our things every week and then wanting us to have you pay. And then we'll also be able to go out where there's no connectivity, do
Yes.
some little videos, put those up. So be watching for that. We think we're going to be and I wanted to go like backstage, and I wanted to interview the actors. I wanted to have you all back there during that process of the musical coming to life.
Yes, and this interview coming up Wednesday, we're recording with Alex. We're gonna that'll be kind of like the beginning process of this, so that the people out there who are interested in the musical will really get to know what our thoughts are and pieces of the musical that they can expect to see and
Yeah, I just want to give
who
you all.
Father
I want
is
you
and-
all to be there. I want you all to have that inside
Yeah.
look at the everything that's going on. And so I think if we went to
I always like
YouTube-
stuff like that.
If
You
we
know?
went to YouTube, we could do that. I could do that.
Yeah.
But one thing that I loved today too, our friend Angela,
Oh yeah.
how she went up to the pulpit and she shared with everybody about how she's just retired now, and what her life looks like being retired. I know some of you have shared with us that you're retired or just retiring, and she really had a great. Do you want to tell them the things that she said she was doing?
She said something that you and I both talked about after her talk when she sat down, is that she's devoting a part of each day to the Lord, every day.
She's making sure he's her companion every day.
Every day,
But she's actually going out and finding a lot of service too.
and that's how you really bring the Lord's Spirit in. The Holy Ghost really comes in your life when you serve others, or spend a little time in the Scriptures, or pray, or doing something for others. Really,
She really
in
likes that part.
service.
Even if you all like private message each other,
Oh, what
Once
you
a
do for
day.
each other is service.
lift each other. We see your
Yeah,
comments, and
yeah.
we see the comments under those where you're, oh, I'm so sorry about your loss. I'm praying for you, and that's serving each other. And I think
Or
that
encouraging each other.
those of you who are, and then we've seen people who are retired who are miserable
Oh.
because they don't have a purpose, or they're golfing every day, or they're,
And nothing else to do,
Yeah. So just make sure that
Sad.
you have a time in your day, and even those who aren't retired, just lift a person, one person, and then remember that every night before you go to bed, you're going to write in your gratitude journal, even if it's just one word, one sentence, or you can do a paragraph or whatever you want to do.
And I promise you, I really do, I promise you, if you do one thing a day, even just to help someone, your depression will lift, your joy will get bigger, you're going to feel the Lord's Spirit more, you're going to just one thing today, think of one person that you know
Even
right
say
now.
hello with
Yeah.
a smile,
Yeah. Think of one person right now who may be struggling, maybe in your mind, or you want to check on or something. Just the fact that you're checking on them, or how you doing.
Yeah.
You watch how it not only lifts their day, but how it brings more light in your life. And it's just the gospel. It's true.
It
The
is.
gospel of Jesus Christ is that right there.
Yeah, is serving and loving others, and just being your best
And
self.
being your best self. Yeah.
Anyway, well, I don't know. We promised ourselves we wouldn't drag this on just to mumble and talk. We're
You
not.
know, we always want to have something that's we feel pertinent
To say.
and important. But you wanted to close though with the idea about being prepared,
Oh, yeah,
preparation.
preparedness. I'm such a preparedness person.
Oh, she's a prepper.
I know that even like China, the government of China this last week was warning the people that live there
Yeah.
that the winter is going to have a lot of supply chain shortages and fuel shortages and such,
Yeah.
and that they were warning their people to store up food. And I thought, man, when they're telling their citizens to store food, you know, we all need to just make sure we have a little extra.
Even 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. Jay and I like to have a pantry storage where we have, you're supposed to have 3 days of food that you don't have to like knock it out of the park to cook. You know,
Yeah.
like a can of soup,
Right.
you know, things that you have to just warm
Just
up.
at hand, yeah.
And water and all that, because it takes 3 days for any emergency people to come in to give you water, whatever they're gonna give you,
Yeah.
but 3 months of a pantry storage where you have, you know, you go to Costco, you go to the store, you get extra beans, you get extra rice, you get extra, you know, cans of vegetables or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
top ramen, anything that you can store that will store long,
For 3 months.
that will, you can rotate through and actually use macaroni and cheese in a box, you know, just
And hide it under your bed, you know,
yeah,
or, you know,
even
whatever.
if you don't have room, if you could all just take this tip, and those of you who don't have storage, go out there this week and just try to do what you can, and maybe eat differently than you normally do if you don't have the budget for it. Eat very inexpensive meals for a week, and instead get twice as much, and be able to store some, get some water stored.
What
would
would be
just-
interesting is if you made a list of how can I survive with what I have in my home for 3 weeks?
Let alone
What-
3 months.
Let alone 3 months. What would you write down? What would you put in your journal? What
And
you need
also
to
a
have?
flashlight,
Yeah.
extra batteries, you know, maybe some medications, like
Yeah.
if you had a cold at that time, if you
That's
had a
right.
stomach problem, some Band-Aids, some, you know, first aid type
Yeah.
stuff.
How would you live?
Yeah, right, and we've been doing that. We
It's
had
harder
our-
than you think.
Yeah, there are some things, we had like this top 100 things you need. It wasn't by the church or anything, it was by this prepping person. And I think it was like Prep with Mike.
Prep with
And-
Mike, yeah.
But anyway, there are so many things that you can store if you think about it, that you can, you know, just be prepared and just work, you know, then rotate through those things. And so the next week, don't just say, oh, I don't need groceries, I have plenty in the cupboard. No, you get your normal groceries and
Yeah.
you rotate through those so you always have extra. So
Right.
anyway, sorry to nag you about that. I just
Oh,
know.
it's not nagging,
we're
sweetheart.
prepping.
You're doing it because you care
Yeah,
about
we're
them.
prepping. We told you we got that cool freeze dryer. It's called Harvest Right. And we did strawberries. We did, what did we do next? We did sweet potatoes.
Are you talking about the hydration thing?
Yeah, that Harvest Right, the freeze dryer.
Yeah.
We did strawberries, then we did
Bananas?
Bananas. Yeah, bananas.
And you
'cause
also did
Jay likes those in his smoothie.
yeah.
And then sweet potatoes we're
Sweet
doing
potatoes,
right now.
yeah.
And
Oh, we
those are
forgot.
still
We're
doing
still
it.
cooking
Yeah.
or freezing.
Anyway, so that's been really fun for us to do, and
Yeah.
maybe on Osmond Fit we'll show them a little video of doing that.
Well, that's what
Or-
we're excited about Osmond Fit, because we're going to put a ton of those little videos,
Little
on,
videos.
On how like harvest right and about what our day is like, and like the shake. I'm showing my secret
Ah,
shake.
We wished we could take you on our walk the other day. We were walking, and this is such a beautiful, beautiful place to live in. And we were coming down off the mountain, and the clouds were down lower, and it was just heaven. And I just said,
Yeah.
I wish we could take a little video of this and upload it. So
I know.
we'll show you what we do
We'll
for
keep
our
you in-
daily exercise.
We'll keep you connected
Yeah.
with all that. So but anyway, just stay connected, not just with us,
Yes.
but with each other, and most importantly with God. And so I think in your life will just take hold beautifully, and always keep Christ in your life, and you'll
Take
be
the
happy.
oxygen out of the fires of
Oh,
those
yeah.
people. You know who they are. You have your people. Just take the oxygen out of it, turn it over to God. Oh, that's Jay. Somebody's texting you,
Someone's
sweetie.
texting me.
Turn it over to God.
I thought I shut
and-
that off, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Turn it over to God and just take the oxygen out of the fire. And
Yeah.
you know what happens? The truth always comes out, and lies are usually always exposed. People who
Yeah.
are creating stories, people who are, there's always, you know, other
Ulterior
accounts
motives.
or other accounts that are going to prove it wrong. But it's like, whatever, you know, you just kind of let it go, take the oxygen out of it, walk away. You know, there are times, like Jay said, where you're going to stand up and you're going to show, no, that's not correct.
Yeah, there are
You know.
times you'll have to take issue, but
we're
with
try-
love.
And you know how we're trying to not let it change who we are
Yeah.
in our personalities.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, you're just a peaceful, kind person, and someone comes in like that with guns blazing, and it makes you want to change who you are, and you just can't do that.
Yeah, and it's interesting, but I saw this. You know how we have little things that remind us. You'll see a picture, or someone will say something or do something, in your mind will go back in time, or a happy memory will. And I saw this little box.
Oh,
Isn't that the cutest? And it
what does that
reminded-
remind you all of?
not just the song Crazy Horses, but my 3 boys. My 3 crazy
Oh.
horses. And it just, I just had to just sit and look at this box.
Aw.
And I thought,
Okay, which one is Jason?
okay.
Is he?
Okay, Jason is in the middle.
Okay,
This is Marcus.
okay.
This is Jason, Marcus, and that's Eric.
Ah,
Yep.
that's cute.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
I just thought I'd share with.
We see
'cause
lots of crazy horses around here. Oh my goodness. Remember those ones
Boy,
we saw?
I've never seen so many
Hundreds.
horses in my life.
There is this place down the road where they rent out the horses to all the trail rides.
And horseback riding and wagons things, you know. And I thought, man, I've never seen so many horses in my life than I have up here in
There's
Afton.
seriously hundreds of horses. But
Literally. you know.
oh, speaking of the boys too, if anyone hasn't gotten on YouTube and found Eric Osmond
Oh,
and
yeah.
subscribed, if you could do that and support him.
Eric
He-
has some amazing things. He's a
Yeah.
great speaker. He's got great fitness. He's got a great
working out.
Great songs.
If you need advice on working out and stuff, he has
Yeah.
some nutrition things on there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you haven't done that,
And Jason's doing well on his.
Yeah.
He's an amazing marketer. He's
and
just
he's a good dad.
good dad. Oh,
The kids, they're so
and
cute.
Mark, you know, he's crazy as ever and fun and
Brilliant.
wonderful.
He's
and,
going to school. He's a student. He's brilliant. He's a chemist.
and funny.
He is
Yeah.
that boy.
Yeah.
And they all have
And-
part of their daddy in them. You can
Yeah.
tell.
And her, we have this he's my son too. Cade kills me. He's just the funniest. You've ever seen? Well, what's it, Tigger? That's Cade.
Yeah.
You know Tigger?
Yeah.
That's Cade.
Woohoo,
I'm sorry.
woohoo,
Yeah,
woohoo.
yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, Cade, if you're watching.
Yeah, we have-
you know how I love you.
Yeah, we've kind of blended, and our kids feel like our kids. But we
that's the-
also have nieces and nephews that feel like our kids.
Oh.
We have Sunday school kids that feel like our kids. And it's beautiful.
But you
isn't
see
it?
how the family expands? Like our sweet little Aunt May, we've talked about her a lot. She's my
Really-
aunt.
She's really my aunt.
No,
May.
she's my aunt. But anyway, and there's Aunt Bernie.
But
We love
she's
Aunt Bernie.
Jay's Aunt
And we
May
just,
too. You know,
yeah.
so it's just like everybody shares everything, and we
and
appreciate
Buddy
all
the
of
dog.
you.
Yeah, I know it's Aunt May's dog, but it's my dog.
But we appreciate all of you, and we think of you as our close friends and our family. We feel your love. We read your
Yeah.
notes and your letters. We go through all these comments today. We'll be going through. If anyone comes on here trying to sell you a gold coin, just don't do it. We have those scammers that come in once in a while.
Gosh.
You know. But
Just
anyway,
be aware of those that are
Yeah.
trying to bring negativity into your life. Push it away.
yep.
Beware the scammers out there too.
Yeah.
So financially, and just keep the Lord in your life, and you'll be happy.
And we love you, and we want you to have a good week.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Anything else?
I don't know. I think that's
Okay.
pretty much it.
You said bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We love you all. Bye-bye. Take care.